Hello, my name's Tragic O'Hara and I am a professional walrus chaser. Now the thing is, I don't think I've done a particularly good job of explaining what a professional walrus chaser is, and to be fair, it's because I didn't know what one was. Do you know what I mean? It took me a bit of time to figure it out, but on Tuesday the 2nd of February 2021, not 2020, I totally got that wrong, I wrote a job description. That's my job. That's my job. I've written it out. I don't know. It was a bit of a waffle, right? I figured out why I do the things I do, and it led me down this path. But it's taken me like 6 months to figure out what it is a professional walrus chaser does. And to be fair, see the whole way through that video, through that job description thing. Yesterday I decided to change my Instagram bio to artist, musician and professional walrus chaser. Then I thought that's just silly. That's just a really silly thing. So I changed to professional walrus chaser, artist, musician. That's better. Like I never even said anything about being a professional walrus chaser. That came a couple of days later, where I was like, oh, that's what that is. So it's taken all that time to kind of figure out what it is and to like condense it down to a sentence that makes sense. Like I've been trying to explain this to people. I've been introducing myself to anyone that will listen that I'm a professional walrus chaser. And then after they go, well, what's that? I kind of waffle for ages because I haven't been able to succinct it into a sentence that makes sense. So what a professional walrus chaser is, like what my job is to make you see what I see when I listen to I Am the Walrus. That's it. That's it. 6 months. 6 months to figure that out, but that is it. My job is to make you see what I see when I listen to I Am the Walrus. That's it. That's it. Honestly, like, see, being able to actually put it out into the, like, actually to say it out loud, it just makes sense. Right, now, this is the bit I can't explain, right? I can't explain this bit. This is why it's been so hard to kind of put it into words, like to verbalise it, to actually say it out loud. I can't explain what I see. Like, if you go back and you look at some of these videos, like I've been working in this since 2017. Do you know what I mean? And then when I made my first YouTube video, I mentioned I listen to I Am the Walrus at least once a day. Because I knew it was something to do with this. And it changes every time I hear it. Every time I listen to it, it kind of something just, it's like a big jigsaw and a thing, but I can't put it into words what I see. I used to, like, see when I'm saying, like, it's a paint I Am the Walrus on a wall. Hear me out. I don't even think that's right anymore. All I can say is I want to make it. Like, I want to make this thing that I see when I hear this song. That's it. Right? Now, I can't put it into words, but I can put it in a box. So, inside this box is what I see when I listen to I Am the Walrus. That's it. It's inside this box. And it's a one of one. Like, that's it. This is the only one that exists, and it's in there. And all I'm saying is, make me an offer. That's it. Like, just make me an offer. Like, I'll set a page up on my website, go in there, contact me, make me an offer, and I'll say yes or no. That's it. I won't give you the reason why I'm saying yes or no. Like, it's not a bartering thing. Once someone offers me what I'm looking for, it's yours. That's it. Because I can't put it into words. That has been the most frustrating bit. Like, I can see this thing. and I can, I don't know, man. Like, I know what it is. I know what it is, but I can't put it into words. So it's in this box. That's it. So that's what this whole thing is. That mystery box is sat up there for about 2 months. Do you know what I mean? Like, try to figure out what it is. So that's it. Which leads me to my plan. Right, now I had a plan. Like, I wrote a plan. Right, here it's here. This was my plan. It's sat up on my wall next to my job description. If you've been watching my videos, you'll see all this stuff in the background. Like, it just kind of keeps something else gets added. Now, I'm going to show you what's inside this plan. Right now, I'm going to show you what's inside this. It started as a 10-year plan, then I thought, man, I don't want to be 44. I don't want to be 44 and doing this stuff. So it became a 5-year plan. And then I was like, 5 years is quite a, I don't know, maybe that's not long enough. Do you know what I mean? So I called it Act 1. I'll tell you more about that in a minute, right? But inside this plan is nothing. Absolutely nothing. Like, it's been on that wall for like maybe like a week after I wrote that job description. And there's nothing on it. I just know that, like, before 2020, that was me. That was the prologue. This is me just trying to figure this bit out. And then there's nothing, and it just ends with catch the walrus. Like, that's it. And the only thing I wrote on it was create a practical guide to walrus chasing, which is the book. That's it. I just knew I had to see it. I just knew I need a visual representation of things on a wall. Like, that's what I need. So I just knew I had to see something to keep that ticking over. So, like, there was nothing in that the whole time, right? But my plan. Now, my actual plan, which I've now figured out and I can now put into words and explain, is a 3-stage plan. 3 stages. 3 stages in this plan of mine, okay? Now, the way to think of it is like 3 stories. Like, I want to tell you 3 stories about this walrus thing, right? Now, instead of me calling them... I left a pen. I should have brought a pen through. Imagine having a space like this and not just having a pen sitting. So think of it, it's like 3 stories. That's what I want to tell you. It's like three stories. That's what it is, but I'm not calling them stories. They're a bit like films. Like, I'm not quite sure yet, so I'm not calling them stories. I'm calling them, now that I've found my pen, acts. 3 acts. It's a 3-act plan, right? That's what it is. Act 1, Act 2, and Act 3. I'm currently in Act 1, right? Act 1 started on the 2nd of February 2021. Everything before that is the prologue, right? But that's when this started. Now, I've given them names. I've given these acts names, right? So, they are called Act 1, Chasing the Walrus. See, I actually say it out loud, man. Anyway, right, Act 1, Chasing the Walrus. Act 2, The Walrus. Act 3, Way of the Walrus. I think of it as the Walrus trilogy. I know how Act 1 ends. I know how Act 2 starts, and I know how the whole thing finishes. That's it. Right? I don't have... It's no longer a 5-year plan, it's not a 10-year plan, it's a lifelong plan. That's what it is. This is what I'm going to just do. This is what I want to do with my life. They asked me when I was 14 what I wanted to do. It took me 20 years to figure it out, and this is it. I want to tell 3 stories. I want to perform the Walrus trilogy. That's it. Now, by the end of Act 1, I will reveal my why. See, the secret why, the thing that I'm not really wanting to share yet, because, like, if people, it's obviously working for me. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, this is all kind of, it's coming from this thing, these couple of sentences that I came up with. Like, this is where it's coming from. And I'm not ready to share it because people could, if people pick holes in it, then I'm kind of left. It might take something away from me. So I'm just going to keep it a secret. And by the time I get to end Act 1, I don't think I'll need to worry what anyone thinks about that whole thing. Do you know what I mean? So, by the end of Act 1, you'll have seen my why. I will have revealed my why. But also, by the end of Act 1, you'll see what's inside this box. By the end of Act 1, you will know my why, and you'll have seen what's inside this box. You will see what I see when I listen to I Am the Walrus by the Beatles. That's it. I am writing a book. It's called A Practical Guide to Walrus Chasing. Why am I writing a book? Well, I'll tell you why I'm writing a book. See, films. I don't know any film where the novelisation's better than the film. The book always comes first. Do you know what I mean? The books come first and make the film. So, like Jaws, Jurassic Park, Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas. I think The Hitchhiker's Guide was a radio series before it became a book. But you know what I mean? Like, that's the thing. The book comes first. So this is the book. It outlines the trilogy. But it also, the book is going to have all the stuff that I had to do, right? The things I had to figure out and the things I had to really work on in here. Like that's self-belief switch. Do you know what I mean? Like this is what the book is the how. Like a bit of the why, all that sort of stuff. But it's the how it happened. Like how I got to this point. That's what the book is, right? The book comes first. The book comes first. Like I totally goosed that up. Like I've got no notes. Right? So I'm treating Chasing the Walrus as a film. That's what it is. So the book needs to come first. And the book is about the how. Like I know how ludicrous this sounds. Like I know the whole thing, like walking about telling people you're a professional walrus chaser. Like I know it sounds crazy. But it just makes sense to me. And it's the stuff that I had to sit and kind of figure out and work on to get to the point where I can actually say that out loud and it makes sense to me. Things like that thing, that self-belief switch I made. That's what the book's about. That's that's it. So the book comes first, right? Which leads me to my next point, right? The way I'm going to navigate towards the end of Act 1 is by doing this. In this mystery box is the book, plus something else. All my projects from this point on that I'm working on to do with the Walrus are going to come with a mystery box, right? So if you want to buy the book and you want to read the book and stuff like that, that's absolutely fine. Just buy the book, right? I'm going to put it up for free download anyway, like a pay with you want kind of system, because I think you shouldn't be outpriced on ideas. Like, ideas should just be free kind of thing. That's how I feel about that, right? But inside here is another thing that I can't tell you what it is. But if you buy this from me, you're pre-ordering the book, but there's something else with it. Now, I have scoured the internet to find something that's like this, what's in here, and I can't find anything, right? So I genuinely think I've came up with something that no one else has done before, right? It's a bit. No, I'm not even going to say it. I'm not even going to try and explain it, because, well, what's the point? It's a mystery box. Do you know what I mean? But there's something in it that I think's really cool. So all these projects that I'm working on that come with a mystery box will have a souvenir of the thing that I've made. That's the way to think of it. It's almost like a stamp in your passport. Maybe, I don't know, like it's something that comes with a thing that's attached to it. That's it. I can't tell you much more about it right now. What I can say is this box is a one of one. What is in here will never be reproduced. Like, it is a thing and it's one of one. Make me an offer. This has got a set price. I just don't know it yet because I haven't figured that bit out, right? But everything I'm going to do is based on this model now, this mystery box model, because it's funding my projects. It's funding the things that I want to do, and it's letting me navigate through the first part of the Walrus trilogy. That's what it's doing, right? So that's what the mystery box idea is. So, if MF Doom has taught me anything, is that every story needs a villain. Every story needs a villain. And I've got a couple. And there's a couple out there that I'm trying to... Right, there's a couple of villains. I'm going to tell you the one that I think I can probably vanquish right now. And its name is... the algorithm. I need to vanquish the algorithm. Because the algorithm doesn't care. It doesn't care what you're trying to do. It only cares if you fit in to its algorithm. The algorithm wants me to start a channel for music, a channel for art, a channel for this, and a channel. I don't want to do that. I want to put it all in the one place, but the algorithm's telling me I need to do that. Do you know what I mean? The algorithm's telling me that I should be making stuff like this and I should be making stuff like that because that's more appealing to advertisers. And the more appealing I am to advertisers, the more views I'll get. And I don't want to do that. I want to chase a walrus. That's all I want to do. I don't want to play that game, right? So I need to vanquish the algorithm, but I think I've got a scheme. I think I've got a plan. It's not going to cost you anything but your time. Now, your time is the most important currency you've got because you don't know how much you've got of it. But if you're watching this and you want to see what's inside the box, if you want to see how Act 2 starts and you want to see how the whole thing finishes, all I'm asking you to do is comment, right? I don't care what you comment. The algorithm doesn't care what you comment. If there was a walrus emoji, just do that. Like, it doesn't care about the quality of engagement. It just cares about the number, right? So leave me a comment. Hit that like button, right? Because it's just made up. It's all made up nonsense, right? Share it with a friend. That's it. You do that, I can beat the algorithm. That's it. Because it doesn't matter what's in the video. It just matters that people are doing this and people are doing that. So that's all I'm asking, if you can do that. Now, if you can do that and you want to get a direct line with me, same with my social pages and stuff, sign up to my newsletter, right? Because that's where I'm putting all this stuff. And my newsletter, I've changed it a bit. It's no longer like, I was trying to be, I don't know, like, is it ASOS? Is that what you call it? Like, see one of those clothes players. Just a lot of nonsense. Basically, it's now just an update. That's it. It's just me writing you a wee letter. That's all it is. And you read it and it'll tell you some stuff that I'm doing or working on. But if I've got any special projects, like if I've got anything, because I've got some plans, man, right? That's where I'll put it. It's like, if I'm doing something and you really want to know what it is, sign up to the newsletter, because that's the place where you'll definitely see it. Like, you won't see it on Facebook if Facebook decide. I still owe Facebook £50. I don't like paying it. Like, but like that's I don't want to have to advertise. Like, it's nonsense made up, right? So that's the first kind of villain that I've got. Like, every protagonist needs an agonist. Is that what you call it? I never went to film school. So sign up to the newsletter and engage in any way you see fit. Like, if you don't really know what to write or you're not into that, just a peace sign and a heart sign. I know what it means. I write that at the end of all my stuff anyway. Peace and love. I know what it'll mean. Just put that and I'll just write, thank you very much. I really appreciate that. I really appreciate your time. That's it. There we go. That's our own wee hidden code. Yeah, it doesn't matter. Do you know what I mean? Just feed it and it'll go away. Like, that's basically it. Feed it and it'll just disappear. That's how the algorithm works. In saying that, if you enjoyed this, please hit the subscribe button. If you want to find out more and see the stuff that I'm doing, I am at Mr. Tragic O'Hara on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and a whole load of other stuff. But they're like the main places that I kind of post things. And next time, don't know.